My name is Isacc Oboth, the founder and CEO of Media 256, a film and television production company based in Kampala, and this is my story. My journey in starting Media 256 is probably best captured with a short film that I did, Lights Out, because it really chronicles the journey of how I got started, which was really an accident. I was 16 years old, I was in boarding school at Macquarie College School, and my brother was the one supporting me through school. He comes to me and tells me, man, I haven't even come with anything to give you, and on top of that, I can't pay your fees anymore. So when I was put into that corner, I was thinking about how I could make money to stay in school. The idea that I got was to make a snack that I could sell to my classmates. And although I liked the rock band business, I didn't want to be remembered as a rock band guy. I felt like I could do something cooler. So that's when I got this idea to make a digital alumni album. And I talked to some of my classmates about it, and they loved the idea. On the day of prom, a few people had digital cameras. They took pictures. I also had a few digital cameras myself that I borrowed. And I got all those SD cards, copied all those pictures. I got someone to help me make this digital alumni album, because although I could sell it, although I could describe it, I did not have the skills to make it.
I make slideshows in my sleep, and you're talking about slideshows. Eh?
The music, branding and packaging, everything has to be on point, man.
Come on, let me show you something here. Okay, now have something like this. This actually goes for 700 shillings. That is for the printing and packaging. Okay. But now I have this one, which goes for...
So I paid him fully, 100%. 2 weeks later, he delivered 250 DVDs. I took one of those DVDs and I ran up to the computer laboratory at our school and I put it into the PC. It was so bad. And I was like, man, I'm never ever going to sell one of these things. So the crazy thing is, I sold every single copy in about 3 days. Actually made a deluxe version, added a few more pictures and sold that at a higher price. Going to my Essex vacation, I had this deep curiosity. If people could pay so much for something done poorly, how much more would they pay for it if it's done well? So I remember I used to borrow my brother's computer and just Google, what does it take to shoot? What does it take to edit well? At the end of that long vacation, I went back to my high school, Macquarie College School, and I talked to the class that was graduating that year. And I showed them the DVD that I made for my year, and I was like, you know what, I made this thing for my year. I can do one for you 10 times better at half the price. And that was my first project. And with the money from that job, that's how I registered the company name, Media 256. I think to be a cinematographer, you must actually be a bit of a gearhead, like to see how things work. But do people appreciate the pictures you take? Even if you're taking them on your phone, do you get compliments for it? So I feel very fortunate to have worked on some of the projects. I think up there is the Aquasipi ad that I did with Kipo Teach. It was a deep collaborative effort. And then when we were actually doing the casting, going around to primary schools in Kapchora to try and find a kid that could run, that looked like Kipo Teach, one of the kids we found was actually his nephew. That was special. So about 4 years ago, we began doing production for CNN, doing a lot of what they call feature Africa shows. Shows like Destination Mauritius was a great one.
It's not only about lagoons or beaches or the sun. Mauritius, first of all, is about the people. It's about the melting pot.
I also went to the Seychelles, did a bunch of shows there for that country to position it as a tourism destination.
Some have compared it to the Garden of Eden. Rising from the turquoise waters and pristine sand, the Seychelles is an archipelago composed of 150...
And that project just reminded me why I love doing this work, because I hadn't shot in a long time, but being with Jackson Mubiru, the founder of the skate park, reminded me why I like creating documentary films. That was a key project. I was listed on the Forbes 30 Under 30 for 3 years in a row. All those are achievements. All those are things that I'm proud of. And hopefully, my kids will be able to look at this stuff someday and be like, that's where we come from. I think a lot of the challenges that I face in the film industry are generally challenges in business in Uganda. Family and friends not really believing that this is an industry that you can actually build a career in. Even the guys you're renting equipment from will tell you there's nobody in this business. The arts and the film industry can really be used to combat unemployment, especially for people that wouldn't necessarily have a lot of opportunity. If you spent enough time watching tutorials and teaching yourself stuff, you could actually compete with the guy that went to New York Film School for the same job and probably get it because you have the portfolio for the job. My advice to young creatives in the Ugandan film industry is keep learning, it never stops, keep improving, and the best way to learn is by doing.